And as they're being introduced formally and coming down those stairs formally, just a moment to recognize all the modern families being represented by both the first and the second family. Ashley Biden is the daughter of Joe and Jill Biden, but Hunter Biden is his surviving child from his first marriage. Joe Biden's first wife, who died tragically in a car crash. And earlier you saw Ella and Cole Emhoff, who are the stepdaughters of Kamala Harris, and are Doug Emhoff's children. So, like so many American families, you see how blended families are coming together today from both the first and the second families. And now we see Vice President Mike Pence and Karen Pence walking through the Senate, through the Capitol chambers. Vice President Mike Pence choosing to attend this inauguration, which, given all that's happened, is a pretty significant moment.
It is, especially because he was not at the send-off at Joint Base Andrews for President Trump. They claimed logistical difficulties in attending both, and obviously he decided this was more important. Pamela Brown has more for us right now on the presence of outgoing Vice President and outgoing Second Lady Pence. Pamela?
Well, we just learned from a source close to Pence, Jake, that Vice President Pence did leave a handwritten note to the incoming Vice President, Kamala Harris. He did leave a note. A source would not say what the contents of the note was, but it is notable for a couple of reasons. One is it's not necessarily tradition for the Vice President to leave a note like this for the incoming Vice President, but Pence has clearly taken many steps to smooth things over during this transition. He called Harris a few days ago to congratulate her. As we know, the president has not reached out at all. And so he's taken many steps to try to smooth things over, and he's become an unlikely defender, essentially, of Biden and Harris's victory by resisting the president's pressure to overturn the election result, something he didn't have the authority to do. Now, I'm told by a source today, one thing that Pence wants to accomplish is to meet Eugene Goodman, and thank him in person. He is the heroic Capitol Hill officer who has been promoted to Deputy Sergeant of Arms. Unclear if they have made contact yet.
All right, Pamela. We should note that Pence's desire to smooth things over is only about 2 weeks old during this 2-month transition. Before that, he was as much a hindrance as anybody else. But let's look forward at this inaugural right now. Pretty soon, within the hour, we're expecting President-elect Joe Biden, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., to be sworn in as the 46th President of the United States. Let's listen in.
Julie E. Adams and Chief Administrative Officer of the House of Representatives, Catherine Spindor.
These are some of the individuals who help run the Congress. We are expecting also some of the individuals who are the chairs of the inaugural committee. You saw earlier, perhaps, Senator Roy Blunt and Senator Amy Klobuchar. They are the chair and ranking member of the Senate Rules Committee, which is in charge of this. But these are basically dignitaries who are key to the events going on today and also in the Congress in general.
It takes a lot to put on an inauguration, and there are lots of protocols, lots of rules, and they are involved in doing that, and not just the elected representatives, but the people who work there and have done this many times. We just saw it just for a second, a flash of the Clintons. I love watching these moments as an American, as a journalist, as somebody who likes history, to see them all mingling. Let's listen to what's next.